And now, fans, the presentation of the award ceremony. Champion, Boston Celtics. Your head coach is Joe Mazzulla.
The tradition of the ring ceremony, incredibly special, and what a season they can look back on. And this crowd, this arena is ready to cheer on their team tonight. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. Hi folks, this is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Now Washington starting five. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. He's out there with Jordan Poole. Chris Middleton is out there with Sarr. And it's Champagnie at the 4 slot. And for the Celtics, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's the captain in at the 1. Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight. And you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
Here's the captain. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Jordan Poole.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
Now here's Poole. Pass to Coulibaly. And there's the screen. Rebound Boston. The captain. Pass to Porzingis. Here's the captain. Back to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. From deep. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Gets talked about a lot, but when Porzingis is active as that big of a body, really helps out when he's doing the dirty work.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Going right into the defender to get the whistle. Poole was determined.
It's his first trip to the line. Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Now, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances. Sometimes it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, BA, it is spectacular.
Here's Tatum. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, such a good-looking jumper. Nice high release. Tatum can do this all day.
Over to the left wing. Here's Champagnie, hounded by Tatum to the inside. The ball's knocked loose. Now the Celtics on the move. And he dunks it down.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And it's Washington with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Middleton against Brown. Pass to Poole. Here's Champagnie. Here's Sarr. And Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
First quarter ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And we have to take another look at that block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Here's the captain. Had a career game his last time out, bucket after bucket. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Middleton passes to Sarr. And Porzingis with the block.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times. Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. Trailing by 8. And we've got a timeout from Ryan Keefe. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. Number 1, Boston.
They built a reputation around the league last season. Do not test them at the rim.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. He shoots. Washington again can't hit.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Now here's Poole. Back to Koulibaly. Can they get it? Washington again can't hit.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Pass to the captain. Now Tatum. No good with a layup.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Champagny, defended by Porzingis. And here's Middleton. Here's Sarr. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 4 on the clock. Here's Poole. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Here's Middleton, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Boston leading by 8. Here's the captain. Give him 8 points now. Outside White. Drive, got a hand on it.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Pass to Champagny. Now here's Poole. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sarr. And Porzingis with the block. The captain pass to Tatum. They get it again. White for 3. Drills it from deep. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Kispert's checked in for Champagny. Washington with the ball. 11-point game. Outside Koulibaly. Poole outside. There's the 3. Sinks the tray. Poole's got 5 points.
And Poole just deadly from 3.
There's Tatum with the 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Kicks it out to Middleton. This one for 3. The captain with a rebound. Celtics lead by 8. The 3 is up. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
To the middle. Pass to Sarr. Outside Koulibaly. Three-pointer, Kispert knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Celtics have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Tatum passes to Porzingis. White looking it over. Brown with it for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Middleton from the outside. The rebound, Celtics. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And with things just getting started in this new season, Britt, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
BA, I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year, and how far can they push it?
Now here's Middleton. 5 on the clock. Takes a three. Counted from distance. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
You see how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Kispert. Now here's Middleton. Here's the three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Here's the captain. He's got it out of the way. Wow.
Ooh, like an artist getting creative in the air. He can finish above the rim in a lot of ways, and they're all fun.
Just a 5G slam cam. Now here's Smart. Three-pointer. The captain with a rebound. The captain's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Launches it. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Nice shot by George.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's the captain, guarded by Brogdon. The captain, that's good. The captain's got 14 points.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Brogdon, the pass to George. Back to Brogdon. The three ball. Rebound Boston.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Brown. To the paint. Here's Hauser. Ooh, nice D from George. The Wizards trail by 11. Kispert outside. And here's Brogdon. Back to Kispert.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Releases. And it's Brogdon missing.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Holiday passes to the captain. A minute 42 left in the first quarter here. And so Smart will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 11. Pass to Brogdon. Drives to the hoop. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Al Horford.
Brogdon doesn't back down from the contact. He goes inside, he anticipates it, and he takes it.
And the first one at the line is good. And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. The Wizards trail by 9. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting in the second. We've got Corey Kispert, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Champagnie at the 4. Now here's Brogdon. Offline with a 3. Here's the captain. And let's see what Washington has coming up. On Monday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics.
And you know, for that matchup with Atlanta, that's one to watch for. The 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm really interested in how those teams match up this early in the season.
And he makes both free throws. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Brogdon. It's Smart on the wing. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Smart. 6 to shoot. Outside Brogdon. From the arc. From deep. Brogdon.
Well, Brogdon just has a great feel as to when he should shoot it. Most of the time it's in rhythm and within the offense.
Here's the captain. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's Smart on the wing. Puts up a 3. Boston with a rebound.
Well, he definitely forced that shot, guys. He had plenty of time to adjust himself and kick the ball out and look for a better shot. Have to give credit to the defense there, too.
Man, Brown wanted that bucket. Now Jalen gets to go to the free throw line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. George, he's checked in for Washington.
Second team foul at the line for the Celtics. Jalen Brown at the line with 1 shot.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Wizards trail by 12. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. 18 feet out. And all around the rim that time before dropping. George has got his second basket on the night. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to White. Here's Tatum. Here's the captain. 16 points for him. And he makes it.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season. The Celtics second.
Everything clicked for them last year, especially on the perimeter, and they shot a very high percentage. A lot of that due to their offensive schemes.
Brogdon against White. Pulls it. Rebounded by the Celtics. The captain's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Now here's George. He's got 5.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. The kick to Tatum. Shoots over George. Tatum, shot is good. Tatum's got his second basket.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Brogdon, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's the captain, guarded by Brogdon. Pass to the captain. Kick out to Brown. Outside Tatum, just 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Here's Champagnie, defended by Porzingis. Smart passes to Brogdon. Now Kispert. George outside. Pass to Champagnie. Brogdon against White. And it's Brogdon missing. Boston leading by 15. Tatum passes to the captain. Back to Tatum. Here's the captain. Rebounded by Brogdon.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
It's deflected. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. So for the Wizards, Sarr comes in for Champagnie, and Middleton subbed in for Kispert. On defense, the Celtics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Brown against Middleton. 4 on the clock. Smart for 3. And another miss by Washington.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The captain, that's good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Lead by 17. Here's Middleton. George outside to stop the drought. Smart for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Smart's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, the range of Marcus Smart. Able to strike from beyond the arc.
Brown passes to the captain. Rebound by the Wizards. George outside. Pass to Middleton. Brogdon with the ball. They set a pick. The 3. Rebound Boston. The captain's got 9 rebounds now.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Porzingis sets a screen. Here's the captain. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
You got to appreciate Porzingis, a willing screener, and he rolls quick to the open space.
The Wizards trail by 16. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the official.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
The Celtics making a switch here. Fournette's checked in. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Jordan Poole comes in for Smart. Pass to White. Here's the captain. Back to White. Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's the captain. Give him 20. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Tatum. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Gets the 3 to fall. White's got 6.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself. But now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. but I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Champagny, he's checked in for George. Now here's Poole. He's got 5. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Tatum pulls it in.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Brown finds White. And a miss there on the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Now Poole. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
And Jordan Poole has stepped onto the NBA stage and not ever backed down from the challenge. He plays with tremendous confidence.
Tipped! Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Champagny. Now here's Poole from behind the arc. Deep range from Poole.
Oh, man, this is the kind of range Poole has, and the defense better recognize.
Here's the captain, guarded by Poole. Here's the captain. Drops in the 3. The captain's got 23.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Coulibaly. No made baskets yet. Pass to Champagny. Now Coulibaly. Inside. And Sarr with the basket on the assist by Poole.
You know, Sarr established himself in the paint and took advantage of what they gave him.
Here's the captain. Give him 23. Tatum from long range. Here's Cornette. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Porzingis is checked in for Cornette. And it's Al Horford in for Tatum. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Down low. Here's Poole. The captain with a rebound. The captain's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Washington foul. Justin Champagny. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line, number 11.
First free throw is good.
For 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Wizards trail by 17. Poole outside. Poole floating in for the slam. He's electric.
Using those hops to attack the rim. Poole takes flight.
Spins. Here's the captain. Scores off the spin. The captain's got 27 points.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Poole, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Washington with a rebound. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. And he was fouled while in the Active shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Poole's one of those guys that you have to play tight up.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. Smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
The captain misses.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
Sarr passes to Champagny, and he slams it in one-handed.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Back to Porzingis. Horford for 3. Rebound by Middleton. Wizards trail by 15. Pass to Koulibaly. D from Horford. And for the Celtics, they're shooting around 50% in the game so far. 34 seconds left in the first half. Now White, Koulibaly defending. Boston, no good that time either.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. The captain, that's good. The captain's got 29 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's Boston leading by 17 at the end of the period. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Washington Wizards.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans... Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. 17-point game. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's the captain in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. White with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Poole. Pass to Middleton. Back to Poole. Fires for 3. He drops it from range. Poole's got 15 points.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Porzingis with a screen on Poole. The captain, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Poole. The captain with a rebound. The captain's got 11 rebounds in the game. Tatum passes to the captain. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Middleton outside. Pass to Champagny. Back to Middleton. And here's Koulibaly. Here's Champagny. Shoots over Tatum. Champagny shot is off. Tatum inside. Rebounded by Champagny.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
To the inside. And stolen by Porzingis. Jumps up. And finished off by Tatum.
Long arms and some quick hands that time. Some good awareness as Porzingis just kept moving.
Here's Poole. He's got 15. Pass to Koulibaly. Poole with the ball. To the paint. Here's Sarr. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brown looking around. Here's the captain. Guarded by Poole. The captain misses. The Wizards have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now a timeout called by Washington. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Middleton passes to Champagny.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
First team foul. Shooting for Washington, Justin Champagny at the line.
First free throw is good. That one misses.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Here's White. Again, Boston.
Oh, my. Sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Champagny. To the middle. It's tipped. Tatum with a steal. From 20 feet. And it's Boston scoring again.
They're going old school out there now. Working the mid-range part of the floor.
Now here's Middleton. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. To the inside. Pass to Champagny. Clock at 6. Washington again can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Poole against Brown. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Boston pulls it in. And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
Yeah, no doubt this is what happens to an aging player. And for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Boston.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And not to mention they're playing with great activity. A lot of block shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
The free throw off from White. To the paint. They need this. Middleton, no good. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Sarr. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Obviously, Alexander Sarr's stature grabs your attention, but he's stronger than he looks, too. And that can be a pretty dangerous combination if he learns to use it right.
Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Over to the wing. Here's the captain. Left side White. The three. The captain. That's good. The captain's got 43 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Down low. Here's Poole. Deflected. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Bilal Coulibaly.
No debate there. He got hammered.
He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Here's Coulibaly. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. And he's able to get it back. No coverage that time. Poole's got 17 points. Boston's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Porzingis passes to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Here's the captain. 43 points in the game. Stymied by Middleton.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Poole with the ball. Now guarded by White. Poole shot is off. The Celtics shooting is around 55% so far. Here's the captain. Guarded by Poole. Inside. It's picked off. Now here's Coulibaly. Guarded closely. Pass to Poole. Back to Coulibaly. And here's Middleton. 5 to shoot. Poole from long range. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Poole's got 20 points.
Well, that three-point stroke of Jordan Poole, that's really come a long way.
Porzingis with a screen on Poole. Here's the captain. And it's Poole with a rebound. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got rebound number 7 tonight. The three is up. The captain misses. And the Wizards shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Here's Coulibaly. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Koulibaly, 2 shots.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Craig comes in for Jason Tatum. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for White. Kispert's checked in for Washington. Smart comes in for Chris Middleton. Here's the captain. Pure from three-point range. The captain's got 46.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Kispert outside. Now here's Smart. The D's right on him. Right wing. Pass to Poole. Three-pointer. Boston with a rebound. The captain's.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And the layup is good. The captain's got 48.
And he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Smart left side. Poole outside. Kicks it out to Smart. Beyond the arc. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the captain. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Craig finds Brown. Horford, a screen on Poole. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
It's Smart on the wing. 16 feet out. That shot, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Craig with a screen on Smart. Here's the captain. Kispert grabs a miss. And the Wizards shooting a rough 29% from the field here. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. Boston's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Holiday passes to the captain. Smart with the defensive effort. And here's Washington. Kispert outside. Outside Koulibaly. Poole outside. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer. Poole's got 11 points here in the second half.
When he has a chance to set up like that, Poole is one of the game's better shooters.
Count it.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
1 minute left in the third. Outside Koulibaly. It's Poole on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. Three-pointer Kispert sends it home from three-point land. Kispert's got 6.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
The captain, the pass to Holiday, over Poole, and that one comes up a bit short. 30 seconds left to play in the third, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Wizards, Corey Kispert taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Cornette's checked in for Horford. Both good from the line that time. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. The captain, pass to Craig. And here's Brown for 3. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Smart outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Smart's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point.
And so it's Boston firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's the captain. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. George out there with Kispert. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. Then it's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Smart in at the point. Up top, Holmes. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow. Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's the captain. And here's Brown for 3. Boston, no good that time either. The Wizards shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. Pass to Holmes. Now here's Kispert. Outside Brogdon. 4-3. The captain with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Brown. Doesn't go that time. Kispert with some nice D. Brogdon against White. Brogdon, the pass to Kispert. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best moves. Let's go! Give yourself a round of applause.
The Celtics have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Tatum a screen on Smart. Here's the captain. Off target from 3-point range.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Down low. George, no good. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Brogdon against Tatum. Looking to get back on track. Brown passes to the captain. Into the lane. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Holmes. George outside. They double team George to the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's the captain. The 3-pointer off the mark. And so Smart will bring it up for Washington. A great 4th quarter. Just giving up 2 points. And another miss by Washington. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Holmes, a screen on White. Brogdon against White. Brogdon, the pass to Holmes. Kispert, left side. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Holmes. Smart, outside. His first shot attempt. Holmes, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Tatum from long range knocks down the long J.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
The Wizards have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Brogdon finds George. Holmes, a screen on Tatum. It's George with the drive. Up and in on the layup.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Three-pointer, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The baseline J. No good. A bit long that time. Boston has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's the captain. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
So Washington ends up going with a new group.
11 at the line with 1 shot.
And for Washington, they're shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Poole with the ball, now guarded by Brown. Middleton, no good.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
To the paint. Here's the captain. From outside the arc. Hits yet again. Wow! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Koulibaly. To the inside, looking to end the run.
Known as a crafty defender, Brown really hustles and contests as many shots as he can.
And it's Tatum missing.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
He goes up. Oh, another one falls.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And here's Poole. Tries the spin move. Driving in. Pass to Champagny. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
Poole becoming a better distributor of the basketball, so finding those chances and trying to get guys better looks, that's part of his game.
Here's the captain. Oh, he hits again.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, B.A., very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Tatum gets the bucket.
At 6'8" with a nice release point, Tatum's jumper is a tough one to disrupt. And what a moment it is for him and this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game, he deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but yet it's his name at the top of the list. Now here's Poole. Shot clock at 5. Buries it down low. Poole's got 25 points. Boston shooting around 53% in the fourth. Here's the captain. He got a piece of it. Outside Koulibaly. Pass to Middleton. Poole outside. Again, the miss by Poole. The Celtics shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Here's the captain. On the take. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
The Wizards shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Champagny. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Boston. Now Porzingis.
Timeout.
And the Celtics call time here. Some young players coming into the league may lack experience in truly big games. Brent, you think that's a disadvantage?
Well, it could be a disadvantage, B.A., but how do you get to replicate that competitive environment unless you get there? And so with every experience, young guys typically who want to achieve greatness, embrace some of those biggest moments, watch and learn, and that's where you grow the most.
Now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built. Tatum passes to the captain. Floats one. Washington with a rebound. Champagny's got 4 rebounds now. Poole with the ball. They set the pick from downtown. Boston pulls it in. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to the captain. look around the league, Brent, are small market teams having a moment?
Well, B.A., these teams have done a very good job of positioning themselves well. If you look back over the past couple of years, what have they done? Well, they've had themselves a lot of pick, a lot of good fortune moving up in the draft in some cases.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness, and you know, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So you know, I liked it.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and